Welcome to the Living Healthy Podcast, where you can improve your quality of life by making solid and informed decisions. I'm your host, Eddie Randall. Thank you for tuning in to Season 3, Episode 3 of the Living Healthy Podcast. Your continued listening and your continued support are greatly appreciated. Please feel free to check out the latest merchandise at the Living Healthy Podcast store. The link is in the description of the podcast. March is National Kidney Month. This is the time when all agencies around the United States raise awareness to the silent disease of kidney disease. Much like hypertension, very few people find out they have kidney disease until it has advanced drastically. 37 million Americans suffer from the disease. According to the CDC, this accounts for 1 out of every 7 Americans. Most people don't really give much thought to the human body functioning as a single unit, especially when we have doctors that specialize in lungs, ones that specialize in the stomach, and others that specialize in the eyes. Realistically, each system is affected by the other, and an ailment or disease can give rise to other problems in other body systems. For example, high blood pressure and diabetes are gateways to kidney disease. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, 1 out of every 3 people with diabetes and 1 out of every 5 people with high blood pressure also have kidney disease. So for tonight's podcast, I've decided to talk about kidney disease and ways to help cleanse and take care of our kidneys naturally. Tonight's podcast is entitled, How to Care for and Cleanse Your Kidneys to Get the Best Health Possible. What kidneys do. Kidneys work to filter out toxins and aid in hormone regulation. Kidneys filter about 50 gallons of blood a day, and they release these toxins from the body in the form of urine. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Disease state that the kidneys filter out about half a cup of blood every minute. Kidneys work by filtering the waste products of metabolism and return vitamins and glucose back into the bloodstream. Kidneys have a vital role in balancing fluids in the body, in particular with the sodium-potassium ATP pace, also known as the sodium-potassium pump. This is all in regard to osmotic equilibrium. Kidneys work in conjunction with the body to regulate blood volume and sodium concentration. If either is off, the kidneys excrete sodium, returning blood volume back to normal. Healthy bones are also a responsibility of our kidneys. Once the body takes in vitamin D, it is altered by the kidneys in order for the intestines to absorb calcium. Then it is used to maintain our bones. Red blood cell production is another functional role of the kidneys. Erythropoietin is a hormone produced by the kidney, and it stimulates stem cells in bone marrow to produce red blood cells, and it also aids in protecting them. What is kidney disease? Kidney disease occurs when your kidneys improperly function due to an ailment. Acute kidney injury occurs suddenly and is severe. Chronic kidney disease is a gradual reduction in kidney function and often goes undetected until it's too late. High blood pressure, diabetes, inherited diseases, and autoimmune diseases are some of the most common causes of kidney disease. However, the primary cause is high blood pressure. High blood pressure causes the arteries around your kidneys to narrow and harden. When this happens, not enough blood can get to the kidneys. The end result is that the kidneys may not be able to remove waste from the body properly, which will in turn cause other ailments. What also can happen is that in conjunction with this, the blood pressure could be raised even further, as damaged kidneys cannot do their part in regulating blood pressure properly. The next time you have your annual exam, ask your doctor to write an order for blood work, which includes your creatine level as well as a UA for protein. Elevated creatine and high protein in the urine are indicators of kidney disease. Diabetes can affect kidneys by damaging nerves in the body. Nerves act as messengers to send signals to the brain so you can carry out functions. As an example, nerves tell your brain when your bladder is full so you can use the bathroom to urinate. If certain nerves suffer damage, then they won't be able to signal your brain that your bladder is full. The pressure buildup can damage the kidneys. In addition, if the urine stays in the bladder for a long time, it can cause a bladder infection or a urinary tract infection. There are inherited diseases that can also cause kidney disease. As an example, there is polycystic kidney disease, also known as PKD. This is a genetic mutation which causes cysts to develop on the kidneys, resulting in them becoming enlarged and hampering their function over time. There are two types of polycystic kidney disease: autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease and autosomal recessive polycystic kidney disease. Although autosomal dominant is inherited, you don't show any signs or symptoms until you're around 30 to 40 years old. Symptoms include hematuria, which is blood in the urine, kidney stones, back pain, abdominal pain, and high blood pressure. With autosomal recessive, it causes various degrees of hepatic fibrosis and is caused by a mutation in the PKHD1 gene. Not only does it affect your kidneys, but it also affects your bile duct and the liver. According to the National Institute of Health, it affects 1 in 20,000 children. It can drastically affect children and causes symptoms such as breathing difficulty due to underdeveloped lungs, enlarged kidneys, as well as deformities in the limbs due to a decrease in amniotic fluid due to the disease. The amniotic fluid is vital in protecting and nourishing the fetus during development. Autoimmune diseases can also cause kidney disease. One such disease is lupus nephritis. Lupus occurs when the body sees its own tissues and organs as foreign and uses the immune system to attack them. With lupus nephritis, the kidneys are attacked and cannot function properly. This leads to the common kidney disease symptoms: elevated creatine, high blood pressure, as well as bloody and foamy urine. Over time, this can lead to kidney failure, resulting in dialysis, and in worst cases, even the need for a kidney transplant. So as you can see, your kidneys are vital, and you need them in order to live the longest and healthiest life possible. So as with any part of your body, it is very important to take care of them. Next, I'll be discussing foods, diet plans, drinks, and smoothies that you can utilize to help to take care of your kidneys or improve your kidney health. Foods that cleanse the kidneys. There are a number of things that are great for your kidneys. This includes water, turmeric, apples, garlic, red bell peppers, lemons, kidney beans, watermelon, pomegranate, lemons, cranberries, lean meat, celery, blueberries, egg whites, skinless chicken, cabbage, and pineapple. The thing to keep in mind is that even though I'll be mentioning things that can help those with kidney disease, I am focusing on foods, juices, and smoothies that are really just for maintaining overall kidney health. Some foods, while perfectly healthy, are not recommended or should only be used in small amounts if you already have kidney disease. How to eat. As with any ailment or body maintenance, you want to limit or eliminate certain foods in order to reach the desired goal. This includes limiting fat, salt, phosphorus, potassium, and protein. Excess salt can cause hypertension and prevents the kidneys from removing water adequately. The same goes for fatty foods. Limiting fat can slow or stop the progression of plaque buildup in the blood vessels. If you already have kidney disease, Excess phosphorus can harm your kidneys and put you at risk for weak bones, joints, and cardiovascular disease. To limit phosphorus, avoid fast foods, canned food, processed cheese, cheese in a spray can, dairy products, nuts, lentils, and processed meat. For potassium, it's pretty much the same as with phosphorus, as your kidneys cannot get rid of it adequately and it builds up in your body. You want to avoid oranges, orange juice, avocados, bananas, whole grains, and beans. Normally, these things are great for you. Not so when you have kidney disease. Limiting protein is ideal as well. People with kidney disease will only exacerbate the condition as the kidneys cannot adequately get rid of the waste products from breaking down protein. This puts you at risk for kidney failure and heart disease. You'll want to avoid any processed foods, any canned foods, fast foods, and you want to limit your meat consumption, meat, chicken, fish, etc. I wanted to take a moment to say thank you for supporting the podcast. The Living Healthy podcast is listed on many platforms, including Anchor, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Bullhorn, and many others. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. And don't forget to check out the Living Healthy podcast channel on YouTube. Also, if you have any questions or would like me to discuss a particular topic, or you'd like to be a guest on the show, please contact me at livinghealthy@gmail.com. Diet plans for kidney health. The DASH diet is a great diet for kidney health, as well as overall health. Whether you're trying to help your kidneys heal or lose some weight, this is an ideal diet. The DASH diet actually stands for the Dietary Approach to Stop Hypertension. This diet restricts salt and saturated fat, which is vital for proper kidney function. The premise of this diet is to limit your sodium intake to 2,400 milligrams of salt a day. The diet focuses on eating beans, fat-free dairy, fruits, nuts, vegetables, and whole grains. You want to avoid soda, processed meat, ham, and fried food, to name a few. Some examples of what you can eat on this diet include the following. For breakfast, you could have oatmeal with low-fat or fat-free milk. Or you could have a fruit salad consisting of cherries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, peaches, and apples. For lunch, you could have a salad with kale, cucumbers, carrots, onions, raspberries, blueberries, and a few almonds. Or you can have a salad with spinach, roasted chicken chunks, blackberries, and a few walnuts. For dinner, you could have vegetable soup consisting of carrots, peas, celery, corn, cabbage, and green beans, as well as garbanzo beans. Or you could have roasted salmon, rice pilaf, string beans, and a Dijon sauce. On this diet, you want to limit grains to 6 or less servings a day. Vegetables, 3 to 4 servings a day. Fat-free or low-fat dairy, 2 to 3 servings per day. Fruits, 4 servings a day. And nuts should be limited to 3 or 4 servings a week. Eggs, chicken, and fish should be limited to no more than 4 1-ounce servings every day. After consulting your doctor, you can make this diet a normal part of your life in conjunction with kidney disease or heart disease, or in conjunction with good old-fashioned weight loss. You can eat this way for a week or a month to shed some pounds and get healthy. The other diet I want to mention is the renal diet. Now, the renal diet is basically any diet that you can utilize to limit sodium, phosphorus, and potassium. With kidney disease, as mentioned earlier, potassium can build up in the body and cause you to have a heart attack. As far as what you can eat, you can have the things I mentioned for the DASH diet. In addition, you can have lean beef, turkey, grapes, pineapple, cranberries, watermelon, plums, white rice, pasta, bell peppers, onions, and mushrooms. Drinks for kidney health. There are many great drinks out there that can cleanse your kidneys. The first is lemon juice. Now, you can either squeeze half a lemon into a 16-ounce glass and fill it with bottled water and enjoy. Similarly, you can squeeze 4 lemons into a pitcher and fill it with water. Make sure to cut off the pulp and add to the lemon juice. You're essentially making lemonade without sugar. Lemon juice helps to flush toxins from the kidneys. As an example, it prevents kidney stones from forming. As an added benefit, it helps to prevent UTIs by keeping bacteria in check within the bladder and urinary tract. I want to add that when you drink this, make sure to rinse your mouth with water or drink some water, as the acid from the lemons can erode your teeth. Keep in mind that's if you drink this consecutively for 3 or more months, you may develop eroded enamel on your teeth. Apple cider vinegar is another great way to cleanse your kidneys. Apple cider vinegar acts as an antioxidant, preventing stress and damage. It can also help lower cholesterol and balance blood sugar, which are the 2 things that drastically impact health. There's an article that was published in the Journal of Membrane Biology by Naziroglu, Guler, and Uzgul, and others called Apple Cider Vinegar Modulates Serum Lipid Profile, Erythrocyte Kidney, and Liver Membrane Oxidative Stress on Over-iectomized Mice Fed High Cholesterol. They conducted a test with 40 mice, 3 experimental groups and 1 test group, and they fed them diets high in cholesterol and implemented apple cider vinegar into their diets. They discovered that the groups given apple cider vinegar had lower cholesterol levels and greater kidney function than those not given the apple cider vinegar. To prepare this drink, make sure to get organic apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. The mother consists of numerous enzymes and beneficial bacteria. Take 2 cups of cold water and 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. If it's too harsh for you to take, then you can opt for 1 teaspoon of organic Manuka honey. Beet juice is another great way to help cleanse your kidneys. I must say that I love beet juice. Aside from being rich in antioxidants, they contain a significant amount of nitrates. Nitrates are turned into nitric acid in the body. This is vital in the fact that nitrates help to lower blood pressure by helping blood vessels dilate. The end result is lowered blood pressure, and this helps the kidneys to do a more efficient job and to not work as hard. Another thing I will mention is that sometimes your doctor may order a CT or an MRI with contrast. The contrast is just to enhance the imaging so the doctor can get a better look to see what's going on. For people without kidney issues, the use of contrast may not immediately present a problem, but traditionally, other options are explored without contrast if the patient has kidney problems or kidney failure. The contrast is not good for your kidneys if you're healthy, not to mention if you have kidney failure or just 1 kidney. I bring that up because aside from drinking plenty of water, it's recommended to drink beet juice to help flush your kidneys from the dye that's in your body if you've taken contrast for a radiology test. To make beet juice, you can take 4 medium organic beets and add a cup of water, blend, strain, let it chill in the fridge for a while, and then enjoy. The taste is enough for me, and fresh beet juice, in my opinion, is one of the best tasting drinks in the world. But if you want to kick it up a notch, you can squeeze half a lemon in it or cut up an apple and add it to the blender. Next is carrot juice. Carrot juice is best known for healthy eyes, but it does a phenomenal job in helping flush toxins from the kidneys. Carrots are a great source of beta-carotene, and beta-carotene helps protect the kidneys against oxidative stress. It also contains pectin, which lowers cholesterol, putting less stress on the kidneys. Carrots are also a great source of pectin, and pectin has been shown to lower creatine levels, and it has diuretic properties that work to flush out the kidneys. To make carrot juice, you can simply blend or juice 2 organic carrots and 1 cup of water, strain, and enjoy. If you want to add a little more flavor, you can add an apple, a small piece of ginger, or a stalk of celery. When we think of cranberries in regard to health, we're often flooded with connotations of a healthy urinary tract. While that is true, cranberries are also good for your kidneys. Cranberries have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties. Cranberries contain resveratrol, which is an antioxidant that contains anti-carcinogenic and antimicrobial properties. Cranberries help prevent harmful bacteria from accumulating on the epithelial cells of the kidneys. Homemade cranberry juice is one of my favorite all-time drinks. What I like to do is use a saucepan and water with about 8 to 10 cups of water and 10 cups of cranberries. Put them on a low light, bring them to a boil, let them cool down adequately, strain them, put them in your favorite pitcher, let it get nice and cold, and enjoy. The taste is phenomenal, and it's enough for me, but depending on your taste and how you like your cranberry juice, you could add half a cup of sugar if you want. You can also even squeeze half a lemon into it if you desire. Smoothies for kidney health. Everybody loves a good smoothie, but there are fruit smoothies that can do wonders for your kidneys. One such smoothie is a raspberry smoothie. Raspberries have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties that help your kidneys. Raspberries contain antioxidants called anthocyanins, which in their simplest form are glycosides. Anthocyanins make up the pigment of the berry, and anthocyanins are very, very good for you. The antioxidant properties in raspberries help the kidneys regulate amino acid metabolism. They essentially help the kidney to function properly. For the smoothie, take 2 cups of organic raspberries. You can freeze them first or just use them fresh out the fridge. Combine them with a cup of ice, half a cup of low-fat milk or 2% milk. If you want, you can add a teaspoon of Manuka honey or maple syrup. If you want, you can also add a teaspoon of grated ginger to add some zip to the taste. Although it's only a teaspoon, ginger is great for the kidneys due to the sterols and flavonoids that the ginger contains. Blueberry is another great berry that's also does fantastic work in regard to helping your kidney to function properly. They contain vitamin K, and most often people with kidney disease have less vitamin K in their body than they should. Blueberries also have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties. We've all heard the saying, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Well, when it comes to berries, the darker the better. The darker the berry, the greater amount of anthocyanins. These polyphenol compounds are flavonoids and non-flavonoids, which help the kidney. Flavonoids can help to fight against kidney fibrosis. Kidney fibrosis occurs when the kidney becomes inflamed or damaged, and it forms a web or matrix of tissue to repair itself. Think of it as scar tissue. Now, flavonoids can help to prevent or slow down the progression of kidney fibrosis. Kidney fibrosis occurs when the kidney cannot properly heal itself after an injury. For the smoothie, take 2 cups of organic blueberries, preferably frozen, 3/4 cup of low-fat or fat-free yogurt, and a banana. Blend them and enjoy. For variants of this recipe, you can add a dash of cinnamon or a teaspoon of vanilla extract. For other variants, you can add a 1/4 cup of oatmeal. If you desire some sweetness, you can add half a teaspoon of Manuka honey or sugar. Pineapple is next on the list. They are a fantastic fruit that has anti-inflammatory properties and can reduce your blood pressure. Pineapples contain bromelain, which are enzymes that help to lower inflammation in the body, and this is particularly in regard to your kidneys. What it does is it helps to break down proteins into smaller parts by cutting their amino acid chains. What this boils down to is that it helps the kidneys to eliminate waste products easier. Speaking of which, they're also a natural diuretic, as a single pineapple can contain as much as 87% water content. The bromelain content can also help reduce blood pressure, which, as I mentioned, benefits the kidneys. The citrate content can also help prevent kidney stones. For a smoothie, take a whole organic pineapple, peel it, core it, and cut it into chunks. You can either put them in the freezer overnight or continue on to the next step. Take 1.5 to 2 cups of pineapple, 3/4 cup of low-fat or fat-free yogurt, some sliced organic mango, and a banana. Combine them in your blender and enjoy. As a disclaimer, if you're suffering from kidney disease or kidney failure, too much potassium is not good for you. You will want to discuss this with your nephrologist as in regard to what you can and cannot eat. I know I gave a disclaimer earlier, but I'm mentioning this again here because bananas and mangoes contain a high amount of potassium, and with the amount of potassium already in the pineapple, you don't want to overdo it. So as you can see, there are some really great, simple, and effective ways to cleanse your kidneys and maintain their health. Most of us don't realize how important our kidneys are or the role that they play in conjunction with other organs and bodily systems to help keep us healthy. This brings us to the conclusion of episode 3 of season 3 of the Living Healthy podcast. I hope you found this podcast informative, beneficial, and I hope that I have motivated you to make the decision that you would like to make. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. And remember, living healthy creates a better you.